CA 121. This is a video about our discussion boards and how to ask questions in CA 121. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the left-hand side of the navigation panel and we're going to click on discussion boards. Right here it says week 1. Now normally you would see reply buttons down here, but for some reason Blackboard has decided we can't have those, so we're going to work around this. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to come over and you're going to click on week 1 right there, and then see where it says create new thread. Go ahead and click on that, and like for our first discussion board you would put like, you know, my introduction, you know, for Jamie Smith, whatever, and then you put your introduction in here, right? Remember, what you want to do is you probably want to type this in Microsoft Word. The reason is it's much easier to see your misspellings and to edit it. Plus, if you do it in Word, you can save it. So if Blackboard should go crazy and eat your post, you don't have to redo it. It's right there in Word and you can copy and paste it back over. Please remember this is a college class and you should have proper grammar and spelling and punctuation and crazy things like capital letters on the first, you know, word of a sentence. So get your introduction in here. And then you're just going to come over and hit submit. Okay, that's all you have to do. It's really very easy. As you can see, I've already posted, maybe you can see it, my introduction. So what you want to do is, as everyone posts, you just want to come through, read everybody's introduction, maybe give them a hello, you know, especially if it's like someone you know from another class, okay? Maybe something you have, someone who has something in common with you. So in this class, our discussion boards each week are really a place just to ask questions. It's not like if you've ever taken another online class, there's usually like a prompt that tells you to write about something. But in this class, in an Excel class, we don't have time for that, okay? We have so much work to do, and a lot of our work is very complicated. So our discussion boards are more focused on, do you have any questions about what's going on? And if you do, post them here, which takes us to our next topic, which is how to ask questions in this class. So let's go back over to course content. Sorry, I should have said start here. I'm too busy wanting to get into your homework. So let's go to start here. And you see right here where it says how to ask questions in CA 121, and that's going to open up. And a lot of people think this is kind of a strange thing to say. I know how to ask questions, but it's different in Excel. So when you go to post a question in the discussion board about your homework, you have to give us all incredibly precise details. Number 1, what chapter are you on? Okay, don't assume that everyone knows because some people might be a little behind, some ahead. So you're going to tell us what chapter, what page number in the textbook are you working on that page number, what step is it? Okay. Then what worksheet? Because sometimes in our workbooks we have multiple worksheets and that's not going to happen for a few more chapters into the class. Okay. What cell are you working on? And if it's a question about a formula that's wrong, give us the formula that you wrote, okay, so that we can see what you did. Here's an example of how you ask a question. So this is what you would post in our discussion board. I'm working on Chapter 2, page 125, Case 1, Step 8A. I'm in cell C7. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to calculate the gross profit. My formula is equals B6 minus B5. I'm not getting the correct answer and I don't know why. What am I doing wrong? Okay, that gave us all the information we need. Anybody in the class who sees this can go to that page, right? To Chapter 2, to the page, to the case, to the Step 8A, and their exact cell and help you, okay? Tell you what's wrong. Now, here's an example of what not to do. I'm working on my homework and I can't get case 1 right. Here's my formula. Well, okay, I don't know what chapter, I don't know what page, I don't know what step you're doing, I don't know what you're doing, and apparently neither do you. So you need to be very precise, okay, and maybe you need to print this, and before you ask a question, you go through and you make sure that you hit every one of those bullet points, okay, because you have to be specific. And the thing is if you ask me a vague question like this, my answer is going to be, you're going to have to give me more information go back and read this document that we're on. And that's just wastes everyone's time, because now, you know, you've got to go back, post again. So we don't want that to happen. We want to help you as quickly as we can. Now, if you want to ask a more generic question, okay, like in Chapter 2, Case 1, Step 4, it says to change the theme. I'm going to direct you back to your textbook. Okay, questions like that are answered in your textbook, and you should be referencing your textbook before you post the question. If you post anything like when is the homework due, the answer is always going to be go look at your course schedule. Okay, we want to make sure that our forums are for questions about the work, because the first couple of chapters, the work's pretty, you know, it's pretty easy. But as we move on and it gets more complicated, there's going to be a lot of questions in those forums, okay? So make sure that you're asking appropriate questions. And finally, don't ask anything of a personal nature in the discussion board, okay? Like, why did I not get a good grade on my homework? Freddie got an A and I got a C, type of thing. Don't do that. If you need to schedule a test early, that's something you should be emailing me about. You should email about grades, anything, again, that's kind of personal. Do not post anything like, you know, my grandpa died, I've been out of town, I need you to extend the deadline on my homework. A, I'm not going to do it. And B, that's personal, okay? That goes into an email to me, please. And of course, you've already gone over the syllabus and you know that you have to be polite and nice to each other. So please be careful when you're in the discussion boards. Please and thank yous are always appreciated by everybody. Treating each other nicely, you know, and when someone does ask the inevitable question that they should not ask in a discussion board, like, when is the test? Be kind, okay? Just be kind, refer them back to their course schedule. Don't yell at them and call them stupid and say she's told you that 100 times. You know, just be nice, treat other people like you'd want to be treated, and we'll be fine.